Hi everybody, so I just wanted to make a really quick video to talk about the Breath of the Wild presentation that was a couple days ago, or I guess the Nintendo Switch, but I want to specifically focus on Breath of the Wild today. I will be talking about Nintendo Switch at some point in the future. I don't know when. I feel like the later I wait, the less it even matters because I feel like everyone's already making videos about it, but we'll see. I might just end up waiting till it comes out because I do have it pre-ordered, and I might just do a quick thing then. But anyway, I wanted to focus on Breath of the Wild today because that trailer that came out that day looks absolutely stunning to me. And it was a game that I've always been kind of conflicted about, especially with the early gameplay trailers. The gameplay is nice to see, and I'm glad the world's open, yada yada, which I'm sure everyone is super stoked about. But for me personally, I really care about the story for games more than that other stuff. Everyone kept comparing this game to Skyrim, which kind of was a turnoff to me because Skyrim didn't really have a great story. It had an expansive world that was awesome and you could totally get enveloped in, but the story kind of sucked. And with characters like Link and Zelda and Ganondorf, I kind of want to make sure that as big as the world is, it also has a great story to go along with it. And so this was a little bit of a concern of mine, especially because obviously with gameplay trailers, you don't, learn a lot about the story. And even if you haven't seen the gameplay trailers, the first few seconds of the trailer that they did put up during the Nintendo Switch presentation totally shows off how expansive and diverse the world is going to be. You see a snow biome, you see a beach, you see a forest, you see all kinds of different areas. A little bit later in the trailer, you see like a volcano type area. There's kind of this deserty wasteland type level area. So already you can see there's tons of different environments, which is pretty typical of a Zelda game where you have the different dungeons and different areas, but it's cool to see that that's still going to be the case. And it seems like each of these areas is going to be pretty dang big, which is awesome to see. But a lot of that we've seen in other gameplay trailers, so I don't want to get too in-depth talking about that, because none of that stuff is really new. What really caught my eye is the music in the trailer. That was like the first thing that I kind of noticed. It's The Legend of Zelda, it's Nintendo. Obviously the soundtrack is going to be really good, but the whole time I think part of the reason that I got so hyped for the trailer was the music that was playing in the background. And I'm kind of excited to hear the soundtrack for this game because just hearing the trailer gets me super pumped, so I can't wait to see what the rest of it sounds like. And it fit perfectly with the story because I have to say it made me feel emotionally invested into what was going on in the trailer already. And it's just a little 3-minute thing. It didn't give away any details on what the game's really going to be about. But it's cool to see that it already feels like it's going to be a really intense story. And it seems so much so that I honestly feel like this could be the best Zelda game ever, at least as far as story goes. Outside of like Majora's Mask and maybe Twilight Princess, they haven't really had a lot of stories that are really investing as far as emotions and drama and like turns go. Because there are great games in the series like Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time, but the stories of those games aren't really all that great. I mean, they're not bad, and I don't want to diss on these amazing Zelda games. Wind Waker is one of my favorite games of all time, but they don't have stories that elicited some sort of emotional reaction, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They didn't feel like, it felt like it was kind of just a story slapped onto an amazing game, is what it felt like. But this game doesn't feel that way. Already, just right off the bat, this game feels like it's going to have a story that's super intense, that makes me really care about Link and really care about Zelda in a way that no other game's made you feel. I think one of the perfect examples of this is when you see a burning village, which was one of the middle cutscenes that's being like consumed and overtaken by enemies, and in the background hear Zelda say, all this work has been for nothing. It's kind of like, oh shit, like didn't really expect that to be in my Zelda game.
Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing.
I think because outside of that, the darkest a Zelda game's ever gotten where things have gotten so screwy was Twilight Princess. And even then, it's just kind of the Twilight realm. But this is a game where you kind of see this village being burnt and Zelda being like, oh, it's all for nothing. Like, what are we doing? That kind of situation. It's like, damn. It's kind of intense. And shortly after that, you see like Zelda crying in a forest into Link's arms, and both of them have like dirt on their face and they look kind of hurt and damaged and exhausted. And it's like, I've never seen Link or Zelda like this before. So it seems like these characters are going to go through a really rough and just a more vocal story, I think, than any other Zelda game we've seen so far. And so I'm super excited to see what the adventure is like. And even just beyond the two characters that I've been talking about this whole time, you have the Gorons, you have the Zoras, you have all the other different characters they showed off in the trailer. And each one seems so much more expressive and vocal than they have in other games. One of the things about Zelda games, I think I've been talking about Twilight Princess a lot today, but you think of like Agatha from those, or the Great Fairies from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and how weird they are, and those characters too are very like boisterous and loud, just in the presentation of their characters. But this game feels like it's gonna have a lot more of that too. With the Goron they showed, with the Zoras they showed, whoever that weird old lady was that was like looking up at the sky, I'm not really sure who she was. But it's just, they all seem so expressive and so unique in their own way. And that makes me super excited because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of characters that are gonna have a significant role in the story, and they're gonna be very, very likable or very, very hateable, depending on which side of the battlefield they're on. But I don't want to ramble on too long, so I'm probably going to cut this here. I don't want to talk too much. I guess at the end of the day, only time's going to really tell if this game is capable of dethroning the other games in the series. But to me, I do think this game, at least from the trailer, it really can make a case as one of the better Zelda games. You can't really judge a book by its cover, and you can't judge a game by its trailer, but there's a lot of potential there. And the way that the story's set up, the way that the characters are expressed, all of this, the way the music plays to hype you up for the story, the expression you see in Zelda and Link it's amazing to me, and I'm really excited to see where the path goes for this game, and I'm super excited to get a copy come March 3rd. I'm going to be playing it March 3rd when it comes out. I'm going to be making a video probably like within the week. I'm sure I'm going to have the game beat in like 2 days, and then I want to talk to you guys all about it in some sort of gaming diary video or whatever. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm super excited for that. I'm also super excited because Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is coming out. That's a different story. I'll be talking about that too someday. Okay, I'm going to go now. So if you enjoyed, also let me know what you think of the Breath of the Wild trailer too. If you kind of agree with me, if you liked it more than I did, if you liked it less than I did, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys think of it as well, and if you guys are excited for it, and if you think it has potential to be a great game as well. I'm probably just being super optimistic about it, and I probably shouldn't put that big of a weight on it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that's it for this. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Open your eyes.